want to take a photo with him?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very sensible, very...
Yeah, very I will take the photo with you. Okay. Ella, come. You want to take a photo with him?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very sensible, very...
Yeah, very I will...
A fireball streaking across the sky. The video is unverified, but officials are investigating reports from residents of a Greek island who claimed they saw a ball of fire in the sky about the same time MS-804 disappeared. The news was broken by the airline with a message on social media stating simply that it had disappeared from radar. Heading from Paris to Cairo, it was carrying 10 crew and 56 passengers, including 3 children.
For an airplane just to disappear like this, I don't think this is a mechanical issue.
MS-804 took off from Charles de Gaulle Airport at 11:09 p.m. local time, bound to touchdown in Cairo 4 hours later. But 280 kilometres from the Egyptian coastline, 11,000 metres above the Mediterranean, it simply vanished. Egyptian and Greek search crews have been dispatched to try and find the aircraft, an Airbus A320. Egyptian state television reported last contact was at 2:45 a.m. local time, but then...
The latest information from EgyptAir is that this flight did in fact send a distress call.
That came 2 hours after the last known contact, possibly an automated distress signal. EgyptAir has already released the flight manifest, revealing that the passenger list includes 30 Egyptians, 15 French, Iraqis of Britain and Canadian, no Australians. EgyptAir also revealed the pilot had over 6,000 hours flight experience, the co-pilot over 2,000. But the airline has a troubled history. In March, one of its aircraft, also an A320, was hijacked by a passenger with a fake suicide vest. Last October, a Russian Metrojet flight broke up mid-air departing Egypt with Islamic State claiming responsibility. Worldwide, over 6,500 A320s are in service, including here with Jetstar and Tiger Air.
The aeroplane itself is a superb aeroplane, one of the most popular aircraft in the world.
Determining what happened will be impossible unless they find that plane.
3 air marshals were among the 66 people aboard EgyptAir flight MS-804 that crashed while flying over the Mediterranean Sea early Thursday, authorities said. France's transportation chief, Elaine Vidalis, told reporters that having that many security officers on such a flight was the usual practice. Former NTSB investigator Craig Feith told sources that Egypt had boosted security recently, which could explain the number of officers on board. The only other reason to have security personnel like we do here in the U.S. is that they were transporting some sort of prisoner or someone of interest.
A plane got blown out of the sky. And if anybody thinks it wasn't blown out of the sky, you're 100% wrong, folks, okay? You're 100% wrong. And it's getting worse. And, you know, today I was watching one of the networks, and they had this great guy from the FBI on. And he was talking about what happened with the plane. It was like amazing. And I didn't know. I never met him. I never saw him before on television. And he's going back and forth about how bad it is and how bad it's getting and how we're losing control and how we don't have a president that knows what he's doing. And then at the end he said, let me just tell you something. Now, I don't know this man. He said, the person that knows what's going on, the person that understands what's happening is a guy named Donald Trump. What? So...